very wonderful experience for all of us. We always hear people saying that life, every day you learn something. And today has been really a discovery for us. We also know that everybody knows everything. We all know everything. But what we are conscious of is only when you see, when you visualize, when you come across these things. Today, I learned that there are 3,000 plants in this vicinity, and in the other university. And while visiting those plants, I could realize that those plants were in our backyard. As Dr. Agarwal just said, it's all lying, but we didn't know the importance, the value of these medicinal plants. And I am sure this is what we will have as a takeaway from this conference today. We also heard from the chairman, Dr. Garg, during his introductory remark, he said, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve bhavantu niramaya, vadrani pasyantu, martasya bhagavayate. The very essence which he translated is in our scriptures. That we pray every day that you have good health. We pray everybody that the welfare of everybody. So it is already an ancient thing. It is not something new. Today this Ayurveda has gone global. And how it has gone global is even G20 meeting, you see the theme, connecting people, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, as you said, and environmental for life, environmental life for environment, individual, how we should live, what we should adapt to, what are the changes that we need as an individual, as a society, as a community is very important.
It is indeed my pleasure to be invited to this first Global Ayurvedic Summit 2023 in this particular facility. And I am so proud, along with my other diplomatic colleagues, to be here. Frankly, Ayurveda or medicine is not the traditional forte of diplomats. However, this is something that we all are very much related to, because it was our ancestors who 150 years ago went to Fiji, went to Mauritius, Suriname, Trinidad, Tobago, etc. And when they went on those ships, they took all those essential plants, seeds, the herbs and so forth, which they knew were very essential for their own well-being and survival going into the future. That was the knowledge that they possessed, which of course they derived from the great Rishi Munis, sages, etc., from which I am very glad that people like Dr. Garg and the faculty in this university and others have been able to decode and have very good publications in Hindi and English. English is the one that we would like to have more by way of these Ayurvedic medical publications in our own countries, so that we can make better use of Ayurveda and the plants and medicines that we have in our own backyards, as was mentioned. I had the additional pleasure in August this year of joining Government of India's great initiative of bringing traditional medicine at the global stage by participating.
Truly honored to stand here before you today for this global Ayurvedic summit, representing the rich heritage of Ayurvedic that transits border. And I would like to thank to Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College and Research Center for inviting me, and also to organizing this very valuable and important event, Ayurvedic Global Summit 2023. Ethiopia and India shared a proud cultural connection rooted in ancient history before 2 decades. Diverse tradition and tapestry of shared value. The historical has been ties. This nation dates back centuries, creating a foundation for mutual respect and understanding. Ethiopia, with the rich cultural diversity and historical connection to ancient civilization, has welcomed Ayurveda as complementary approach of healthcare, while Ethiopia has these traditional healing practices. The principle of Ayurveda aligns with the holistic philosophy embraced by many Ethiopians, especially nowadays. Collaborations and knowledge exchange between Ayurvedic.
I'm not going to take up much of your very precious time today. I'm very glad to see you, the auditorium, the hall full of people, wonderful people who are having us and sharing with us their experience, your wonderful and beautiful experience. Let me share one personal story before I go to the official part of my intervention. It was back in 2013 when my father got ill. The doctors have diagnosed hemorrhagic disease, and afterwards on the background of the diabetes. Today, when I arrived in this beautiful Ishan College of Ayurvedic Studies and the Research Center, I just immediately remembered when my father suffered that disease of the diabetes, and all the plants and the herbs and the experiments of making the medicinal plants and the herbs were shown to me. I have just remembered this kind of science, the Ayurveda, is the great representative, I cannot remember his name, I'm sorry, that told about the Ayurveda, the knowledge of the Veda of life, the knowledge of life. How come I was thinking that if we were able to apply this kind of knowledge of life when my father was suffering from the diabetes, it would have been, I'm thinking right now, sitting back in my chair, the different situation. And after suffering the diabetes for 8 years, we have lost him back in 2019. And I'm saying that this kind of wonderful knowledge was kind of this kind of we have gathered traditional medicine.
For those who do remember, the first India Central Asia Summit held in 2022 in January, along with all other sectors, medicine, health was priority, and all the leaders of the countries agreed on establishing faculties, branches, institutions throughout the region. That means pharmacy, especially Ayurveda, is one of the priority for our policy in the region, and therefore I think this summit is a good, instrument for promoting this. And I hope all you agree that His Excellency Doctor mentioned that India is we carry basket of herbs, basket of medicine, and we hope this will spread out throughout the countries in the region and beyond it. And I hope this summit will help to understand or find the common interest in how to speed up or how to promote this. Going back again to the history of Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. And of course we understand that during this period of time, it's a long period for the history. And many countries in the region of Central Asia developed their own kind of prescription, how to use, how to apply those herbs. But unfortunately, it is not developed as high as in India. And of course, your contribution will be highly appreciated. From our side, for example, in our embassy, we already initiated a proposal to bring one specialist on Ayurveda to Tajikistan. And we did already, and he is now starting working, collaborating with the recreational centers.
I was working like a 90-year-old woman when I am just 37. When we talk about one son, one earth, and one family, I believe it. In my language, which is Wolof, we say, so hamut finga jem dangay delu finga joge, which means if you do not know where you're heading to, you go back to where you're from and learn. And Ayurvedic medicine, that is what it is teaching us. Mostly we tend to leave our tradition and our ways of life to embrace foreign, to embrace Western, when we can actually benefit from traditional ways of life. In this regard, I will take this opportunity to thank the organizers, the chairman and the Ishan Ayurvedic College for organizing this event, and then to bring all of us together in view to better collaborate for traditional medicine to be promoted, not only in India, but in each and every country that is represented here today. My High Commissioner, Excellency Jawara, could not grace the occasion due to unforeseen circumstances. He is attending another ceremony and asked me to represent him. We have already expressed our willingness to actually collaborate with the college, send students here, send doctors here, because just like India, the Gambia do have traditional medicine. Unfortunately, it is not institutionalized like India. That is why we would take this opportunity to thank you very much.
Please try to speak English. Okay. As you know, Mongolia is very strange relation with Mongolia, and of course, Mongolia is traditionally using medical medicine like similar to Ayurvedic. And historically, in Hunu period is 2200 BC to 280. That time was Buddhist influence. They used Ayurvedic medicine to introduce Mongolia. Traditional medicine was always played a major role in Mongolia, continues to participate widely, playing vital role to healthcare needs large percentage of population. The government of Mongolia considered traditional medicine to be important component to comprehensive medical service to population development with association with geography medicine practice, establishing the scientific basis of traditional medicine from the modern perspective and developing the academic corpus of knowledge and education. Therefore, Mongolian government, Republic of India, the government of Mongolia, cooperation with field of the traditional system, medical and signed during the Prime Minister with Narendra Modi's visit in 2025.
At the morning, seeing all the planets, all the kind of traditional planets, thanks to Ishan Ayurvedic Medical College, in Global Ayurvedic Summit 2023, I hope together building bridge for better tomorrow, one sun, one air, all together. And the student, all of you are the future. This is very nice of this work in nature. All we are seeing today, it is nature, not medical. We have every time good relation between Palestinian people and Indian people. Every time. We every time learning from Indian experience in all fields, not just in this field. In traditional medicine, yoga, traditional beautiful clothes, everything. We are keeping all heritage safe and revived. We sending warm greeting from Palestinian people to Indian people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I heard, but did not understand what Ayurvedic meant until Ishan team visited my embassy, where they shared the information about Ayurvedic treatment. It was then I understood what it meant. I also had the opportunity to be treated in this hospital in the last 2 weeks. I think my last session was on Tuesday or Wednesday last week. And really, the experience I got here, I think I have to take it back home to share it with my country. It was a wow experience. I learned today that most of the plants can be used as medicine. Most of plants I saw here are there back home. But some, of course, are used as medicines, some were just plants. But I'm very happy today to learn that almost every plant can be used as a medicine, because they even said there are poisonous plants that they can infuse and make them suitable for our body to take. So really, I feel honored to be invited to this opportunity. Thank you so much.
So before I start my presentation, I would like to chant one Sanskrit mantra and then tell you the little meaning of it for all of you. The mantra is it's a very powerful healing mantra, which is Om Bheshajyam 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 Raja Samo Gate Om Bheshajyam Bheshajyam Mahabheshajyam Raja Samagate Swaha. This is one of the very ancient mantra documented in Sanskrit language, which is the oldest script of this earth. And the literal meaning of this powerful mantra is, oh, the ruler of the rulers, the master of the masters, the healer of the healers. You have to prevail, exist forever, forever and forever. And then we say, Samudgataya Swaha, which means everything in the form of negativity of bacteria and pathogens,
negativity of thoughts and emotions, negativity within me at microcosmos level, and negativity around me in the macrocosmos. All of that has to be offered to the holy fire to convert it into positivity. This is the literal meaning of this mantra.